Let's follow the installation guide in the documentation to launch a directory on Vercel. Step 1. Create your own repository. Once you have purchased the template, you will get access to this private repository. You can click the button Use this template to create your own repository. Give it a name and make it private. Then click Create a repository. OK. Step 2. Clone the GitHub repository. Open your terminal. Done. Step 3. Install the dependencies. Go to your repository folder and run pnpm install to install the dependencies. Done. Step 4. Copy the .environment.example file to .env. Step 5. Configure the environment variables. First, let's set the environment variables for sanity by following this document. Use cursor or VS Code to open your repository code and open the file .environment. Go to Sanity Management. Click Create a new project. Give it a name. OK. Copy the project ID and paste it here. For dataset, we use the default dataset production. Go to the API tokens section. Click Add a new API token. Give it a name. And make the permissions to be editor. Copy the token value and paste it here. Go to the cross oranges. Click Add a cross orange at localhost 3000 for local development. And add your domain for production. Here we set it to be subdomain of Vercel. OK. Let's set the environment variables for Resend by following this documentation. First, we need to create an API key. Go to Resend dashboard and click Create an API key. Give it a name. Copy the value and paste it here. For the variable Resend email from, this is the email address from whom to send notification emails to the users. So it should be the domain email address, which is configured on your Resend dashboard. For example, I have already added my domain mkdirectories.com on recent, so I can set the value to be like a Mkdirectories team with the address support at mkdirectories.com. For the variable recent email admin, it means the personal email address of the directory website owner. So the owner will be notified when a user submitted a new item to the directory. For example, just set your personal email address. For the variable audience ID, go to the dashboard and click audience. Create an audience if you don't have one, and copy the audience ID and paste it here. It is used to sending newsletters to your users. Let's set the environment variables for Stripe by following this document. First, we need to get the API key. Go to the dashboard of Stripe. Switch to text mode. Click Developers, API Keys, Review Text Key, and copy the value and paste it here. For the variable Stripe's webhook secret, we need to create a new webhook. Click Developers, Webhooks, create a new endpoint. For environment, select checkout session completed and click continue. For the endpoint URL, set it to be your domain. For example, Mkdirectories youtube.wasl.app/API/webhook. Add /API/webhook to your own domain. Click Create Endpoint and copy the secret. Paste it here. For the price ID, we need to create a product. We create a new product. Give it a name. Set it to be one-off payment and the value, for example, 9.9 or any other number. Click Add the product. Go to the product detail page and click here. Copy the price ID and paste it here. Let's set the environment variables for authentication. First, we need to get the auth secret by running this command. Copy this value and paste it here. This template has built-in with two social logins, Google and GitHub. For the demo, I will create an GitHub auth application to get the client ID and client secret. Go to the GitHub developer settings. Click New Auth Application. Give it a name. Set the home page. For the authorization callback URL, set it to be your domain and add a API // auth /callback /GitHub and click register application. Copy the client ID, paste it here. Click generate a new client secret and copy the secret value and paste it here. Please notice that if you want to text in local development, you should set the domain to be localhost 3000. Let's set up the environment variables for analytics. This template has built-in with two analytics services. One is Google Analytics, the other is OpenPanel Analytics. For the demo, I will set up the Google Analytics. Go to the Google Analytics dashboard and click Create a Property. Give it a name. Select a category. Business size. Traffic. Create. Choose a platform. Click Web. Set up the data screen. Set the domain of your set it to be your domain. Give it a screen name. Click Create and Continue. Click Next. Copy the measurement ID and place it here. Let's set the last environment variable. Next public app URL is the domain of your application. First, let's set it to be localhost 3000 to text it in local development mode. Then we can run pm dev. Okay, click localhost 3000 to open the directory website. Please wait a minute. Okay, as you can see, the directory website is ready. All pages are okay. All you need to do is add the data to the directory. You can add data by going to the localhost 3000 schedule. Log in with your Sanity account. Okay, the schedule is okay. Okay, let's deploy this directory website on Vercel and add data in production mode. Let's deploy the directory code to Vercel by following this document. First, you need to add a new project in Vercel and import the Git repository you created. For the environment variables, copy all these environment variables and paste it there. But change this. Make directories youtube.vercel.app because we should set it to the domain in production mode. And copy this. Copy recent environment variables. Copy stripe environment variables. Copy auth secret. Copy auth environment variables for GitHub. And copy Google Analytics. Okay, click deploy and wait for the deployment to complete. It may take 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, the deployment is successful. Let's go to the dashboard. Now we can access the directory website by click this link. As you can see, the directory website is ready, just like in the local development mode. Let's check if the Sanity Studio is ready or not. Make sure you have add your domain to the cross oranges section in your Sanity project. Okay, the Sanity Studio is running. Then we can add some data to text the directory website.